If you are someone who is feeling lost and trying to find their path after trying so many things and finding that nothing is working out, nothing is going in your favor, you're experiencing failure after failure, setbacks after setbacks, and maybe your relationships are falling apart and you are in that space where nothing seems like working out. I'm here to tell you, you're not alone and you're definitely not lost. If everything you have believed life is falling apart, well, guess what? Life has a plan for you, because that mental construct you have been programmed with by the parents, society, teachers, influences around you, and if that's not working out anymore, then it's not that something is wrong with you. It's that it's wrong with the system, with the programs of your mind. And it's been said that only when that house is fallen apart that you can actually start with something new. Only when our mental construct is fallen apart by life do we actually rethink our life and think about living our life in a different way than we have been programmed with. And it happens with a lot of people because many of us are on this unique spiritual journey. And some of us, maybe we are not yet, but we will be leaned into those journey. And to be on that journey, you have to understand that, yes, it's an unknown journey, but you'll be guided through. You'll be walked through. That faith, that higher power will support you. But first, that foundation has to be crushed down. So you're not alone and you're not falling apart. You are being destined to see a new path that you still haven't come across. Now, something happened with my life as well. When I was in Canada, generated quite a bit amount of money, had this one incredible job where I was traveling to South America, to Central America for free from my company, saved money, had my own car, looked good on the outside to attract women. Everything I had my way, there came a point where everything got crushed. I lost my job, my work permit got expired, my business on e-commerce was failing, all my relationships were falling apart. I was seeing that how all my relationships were just superficial. And here I am in an unknown country on a tourist visa, failing my business, losing my job, have to pay my bills. What to do? Whatever I thought success was, I had achieved everything. And now I'm like at ground zero. And I was trying my best to boost my business, get my relationships, be in friendships to be supported and to support them. Everything fell apart. And I had nowhere to run. And the pain became so deep that I had to surrender. I said, there's nothing I can do now. I am crushed. I'm lost. I'm failed. I have nowhere to go to. And I remember there was one time where I had told my landlord in Toronto that I'm going to leave the house now. And it was my last day and I still hadn't found an apartment. And I'm like, where am I going to go? I have to sleep in my car. And luckily enough, or rather by divine grace, one of my oldest friends, he called me, he said, come to London, Ontario, and you can come and live with me. And finally, I had a place to live in on the very last day, on the evening. So life is guiding you. It guided me, but I think first it will humble you down, crush your ego, crush the mental construct, so that finally you can see the world from a different space, so that you can question what you imagine what life is. And there's a quote that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And that is so precise. When I was finally ready to take on the wisdom, to take on to the new information so that I can live a different life, there is this beautiful sage came into my life through this book called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And it is the only book which I have read like 16 times. And it is the most incredible book I have still ever read beside the scriptures. And in that book, the first chapter, the second chapter, which I really loved, was entitled, Who Am I? And there was immediate detachment because I always believed I am this body and I am what I do, what I have. But that chapter is saying, no, you are the awareness behind everything. And that gives so much freedom. And then throughout the journey, I must recommend his book to you if you are in this journey. He shares this concept of letting go. He shares the concept of letting go and surrender. And by the way, letting go doesn't mean giving up. Letting go means giving in to the higher power, to the life, so that you can actually experience true freedom. So you can actually experience true detachment. And he's sharing this concept that by letting go, you can free yourself from the pain, you can free yourself from this mental chatter, you can free yourself from all these identities you have created, and you can truly find happiness and freedom. And as I have spent the next 3 months reading that book, along with many other books, I used to read one book a day, along with this book, I finally finding that freedom I was looking for. Finally finding that happiness I was looking for. For the first time in my life, I felt that there was a new way that I can come out. And then there was this spiritual call within me to leave Canada and come to India and live in a monastery. Although I was not sure because I was so attached and chasing my permanent residence of Canada, because I've spent 5 years in Canada building myself for this, new life, and permanent residence ensured that I get to live in Canada. I just leaned into that call. I had faith that if I come back to India, live in a monastery, and learn this one scripture which I could not understand, the Bhagavad Gita, something will happen. And luckily enough, guys, I spent 1 year in the monastery in 2021. 2022, I got my permanent residence sitting in the monastery without paying anyone anything, without doing any illegal, shady stuff, which I was being advised by so many people to do. It came peacefully. And the biggest thing is, I got detached from living in Canada. So everything happened. If your world is falling apart and you don't know where to go, I recommend you read that book and learn the art of letting go. Surrender yourself to the higher power. You are a product of this higher power, and after this life, you will also go to the higher power, of course, if karma favors you. But we're all being carried through. It's only because of our ego we start getting attached to our family, body, our wealth, our careers, our city we live in. But somewhere along the way, if you're truly lucky and if you're blessed, life will crush your ego. Life will close all the ways. Life will truly take away everything from you. Life will bring you into this quote unquote dark space where it seems like there's no light. And then when you're truly in that deep pain and there's nowhere to go and you cannot run away anymore, you'll be shown the path because you will pray sincerely and you'll be shown the path. And that path is the path that will be meant for you. So if you're hearing this, I actually feel happy for you that you are here, that you are in this journey right now. Because when you will pray, your path will be shown to you. And when your path is shown to you, you will have a life that's different than the life that the society, the world has given to you. And hopefully, you'll be this new person who will be an empowered leader to help and serve the world. Because we truly need people who care for the world, who want to serve the world. So don't run away, stay present, stay in this, be in this, feel this, pray for this, pray to heal from this. And I'm sure if you're connecting with the higher power or life or the universe, whatever your belief is in any way, you'll come out on the other side and you'll be so thankful and so grateful for everything that happened the way it did. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave your comments. I will be happy to help, happy to reply to as many as I can. Thank you for watching, and know that it's happening for you. Know that the universe has your back. In due time, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to experience it yourself.